Hello everybody, thank you for joining in. My name is Giuseppe and I'm the beverage manager at Almond Restaurant. Let's make some drinks, shall we? Tonight we'll make an old-fashioned as one of the classic cocktails templates and cocktail in general. All you need for today is a mixing glass. If you do not have a mixing glass, you can take a pint glass, a mason jar, or whatever you think is better. A bar spoon. If you do not have a bar spoon, chopsticks are fine. Espresso spoon is fine, whatever you like better. A jigger, a strainer. If you do not have a strainer, again, you can use the mason jar lead. You can use any kind of stopping lead container you have at home. A potato peeler if you have. If you're not, a sharp knife. An orange that we'll use for garnish. Bitters. If you have Angostura, better. Fantastic. If you have Angostura and an orange bitter, will be amazing. Simple syrup, take 5 minutes to make. Just put one part of water and 1 part of sugar. Heat the water to boil in a pan. Turn off the heat. Add the sugar. Leave it for like 5-10 minutes and it will dissolve itself. Ready to store. Will last 3-6 weeks in the fridge. And some good bourbon. If you do not have bourbon, you can use rye. Or other spirits for what matters, but my favorite is with bourbon. So let's start. Let's take our mixing glass, our bitters. If you only have Angostura, use 4 dashes of it. If you have orange bitters, 2 and 2. So we'll just like, and we're good. For the simple syrup, I personally use 1/4 ounce. If you have a sweeter tooth, or if you're using rye that's a little spicier than bourbon, go with a full 1/2 ounce. And here we go. Now the bourbon. A full generous 2 ounces. And we're basically ready to go. Now, fill the mixing glass with ice. We should not be using our hands since the pandemic, but that's for my consumption. In a bar, we will never do so. Perfect. Now you will take your mixing spoon, bar spoon, chopstick, whatever, bring it till the bottom of your mixing vessel, and you will stir for 30 seconds, not less, because your drink will not be cold enough. And if you stir for more than 30 seconds, your drink will not get colder, and you will just make it more watery. Now, while I mix, I'm going to tell you a little story about the old-fashioned. Originally, mixed drinks were not defined as cocktails. There were punches, slings, flips, smashes, and many other names. Toddies. Around the 1850s, the category of cocktails came up. And a cocktails is defined as a mixture of spirit, water, can be ice, bitters, and sugar. Basically an old-fashioned. And there should be it. Delicious. Now, you take your strainer, if you have, if not, your lid, mason jar, or whatever, and you carefully pour it over ice. And here we go. Beautiful. Now, you take your orange and be very careful. You will get a peel. Try, if you have a knife as well, same thing. Try to cut just the yellow part, as the pith, the white part of the inside, is extremely bitter. Be careful to not hurt yourself. You can hold the peel with your thumb, and here we go. Now, you're gonna take the peel with between your thumb, your index and your middle finger, yellow part out, let's say 3-4 inches away from the drink, and express the orange oil. This will give a beautiful nose, and that first sip will be extremely citrusy. You can coat the rim of the glass with the peel if you want, then twist it and leave it on the drinks. And you have your old-fashioned. Salute.